Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for September 16th to the 22nd. This is for Scorpio, Scorpio rising, and Scorpio moon. And before we jump into it, just a personal message. I want to thank you so much for all your kind comments and messages. They really are, they were very meaningful for me, and I don't even have the words to express my gratitude. So I really appreciate it. It's definitely been a week, and I'll talk about what happened in the live stream, but obviously I'm out of the hospital, and I want to just get to your reading because it's a big week, but I do appreciate all your kind messages. So thank you so much. So this week we have the eclipse. Really big eclipse. This is a really big week of transition, actually. And as I mentioned in your monthly forecast, you could have been feeling the effects of the eclipse earlier, like as soon as we kicked off, September, with the new moon in Virgo. But you may definitely be feeling change. And this eclipse is happening in Pisces. It's a full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Pisces in your fifth house. And so that's really interesting because the fifth house is pleasure and joy and family, children, love, relationships, creativity, self-expression, procreation as well. You could have felt a little pressure in terms of like having fun with all the Saturn squares and oppositions. But the big theme for this eclipse is release, and I want that to be like the biggest takeaway. Is there something that this eclipse wants you to release as you move forward into the future? And we're going to talk about this because it's not just this week, it's the next few weeks, okay? And when I say release, it's still a full moon, okay? So changes, culmination, turning points, things coming to an end, and even breaking down walls that may be up. And I say that because this eclipse is happening in Pisces, and there are no walls in Pisces. So this is leading to this great awakening that you may have. And it may be an emotional eclipse. I mean, it's in Pisces and, your fellow water sign. It's an eclipse. It's a full moon. It's emotional. Mars is in Cancer. Another fellow water sign of yours, Scorpio, but Mars in Cancer really enhances and amplifies emotions, heightens emotions. So it could be an emotional eclipse. And when I say have that release, it could even just be having like this really good cry, let things out, be in touch with your emotions. I can attest to that. Sometimes, I natally have Mars in Cancer. So sometimes it really does help because it leads to this great breakthrough, this acceptance of something that may have happened. And now you're just like, okay, I'm in it to win it. I'm ready to go. So all of this is just to empower you as you move forward. All right. I want you to feel incredibly empowered as you move forward with these eclipses. Now, the reason why I say it's going to be some changes is you see that there's another eclipse happening, okay? And I don't want you... Eclipses come in pairs, and they bring permanent change, all right? So we have another eclipse happening 2 weeks from now. So that would be the solar eclipse that's happening in Libra, all right? So definitely the next few weeks, you may just feel a lot of changes that are happening. But when I say have releasing what no longer serves you well, identifying that, go really deep, have those intuitive moments. It's a very intuitive eclipse. Going deep, releasing the things no longer serve you well to make room for what is going to bring you this greater balance in your life, especially as we move into Libra season. We have an eclipse in Libra, the sign of balance. So definitely pay attention to what happens this month, as I mentioned in your monthly forecast. What happens this month in September is kind of giving you a preview of 2025 and actually 2026, because the lunar nodes are shifting to the Pisces Virgo axis. And so that's going on until 2026. It actually ends in August 2026. And that's going to be interesting because when we get to August 2026, Scorpio, that's when we move into the Aquarius Leo axis. That's going to be very profound, very significant for you, all right? Because you're a fellow fixed sign like Pluto, Aquarius and Leo. Pluto will be in Aquarius, but there's going to be a lot of focus on family, your domestic sector, home, all of that, significant other, children, real estate, things like that. Okay, we'll talk about that in 2026. But this eclipse in particular, Saturn and Neptune and the Moon, obviously, are in Pisces, and then you've got the sun and Mercury and Virgo. All right. Remember, we're looking at the Pisces Virgo axis. What's happening for you? Virgo rules your 11th house, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. It's also the 11th house is your social network, groups you belong to, community. Okay. And if you want to throw Jupiter in there, you can throw Jupiter in there. All right. Jupiter is in Gemini. So we have 6 planets in mutable signs. So this mutable energy, it's change. It's adapting to change, expecting change. And it almost softens it to the eclipse because all of this mutable energy should make of these changes like easy for you, like easily adapting to change that's happening. Now, one thing I want to point out real quick is that Neptune, there's so much happening with this eclipse. I just want to give you the highlights. Neptune will be conjuncting the eclipse. Saturn's up there too. Okay. Saturn, very active. So both planets are in Pisces, as you know, water sign, intuitive energy, like I mentioned, but also equally emotional. The moon is just emotional as well, but water signs are, they reflect that emotions, right? For all the signs. Pisces is the collective unconscious. All right. So Pisces is very dreamy. All right. And I mean that in 2 ways. One, dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Literally, they could be sending you messages around this time. Secondly, dreams as in, I have a dream and I'm going to achieve it. I'm going to go after it. So this is your time. This is your time. This eclipse is asking you to go really, really, really deep and asking yourself, am I being honest with myself, with my pursuits, with everything that I know is true to me? Am I being my authentic self in every regard? And when you're going deep, that release, okay? Again, keyword, key theme, releasing the things even within you that like, okay, I do not want to bring this into the next chapter in my life. Again, your intuitive energy is going to be really strong around this eclipse. And, I always say Scorpios, y'all are so natively, very intuitive as it is, but use it. All right. This eclipse is also has a lot of creative energy around it. Imagination, healing is going to be a big part of this eclipse, mental and emotional health. We're talking about Pisces here. So, spirituality, really big spiritual eclipse, empathy, compassion. Those are going to be heightened around this time. Again, the collective unconscious. If you want to think about Pisces just in general, breaking it down, I mean, Pisces is the fish, right? The glyph. And then if you think about the constellation, it is the fish going upstream, the fish going downstream. You can think of that as conscious and unconscious, subconscious, however you want to see it. But the bigger picture here is think about you being part of this school of fish, okay? All moving toward this greater awakening, this great enlightenment. All right. So this eclipse is just saying, get in line with the fish, stay with the fish. Okay. That's what's going to help you evolve here with the fact it's part of the collective unconscious. And just think about that. Like if everyone was vibrating at this high frequency in this world, oh, how amazing would that be? Now, Neptune is highly charged around this time. But so is Mercury, okay? Neptune in Pisces, Mercury in Virgo. Remember, we're looking at the Pisces-Virgo axis. And Mercury's highly charged because Mercury's in its domicile and exaltation. So Mercury is going to be opposite Saturn in Pisces as well. So what's happening here is Mercury is just looking for the facts. It's trying to be very practical. It's, the logistics of everything. Whereas Neptune is bringing that blur, that fog. All right. So that is why I'm harping on this is a big reality check of an eclipse, but it's like, let's be honest with ourselves, because Neptune is going to bring those lower frequency energies of like illusion, delusion, escapism, self-sabotage. Those are some themes that could come up. And that's why I say just be true to you and have that release, whatever it is, whatever you identify. It could be in your physical world. It could also be, something again within you. It could be habits. Like, are there any habits that I have that I this is not me. I want to get rid of it. Are there grudges that you have? Is that holding you back? Does it feel like a boulder on your shoulder? Is there, denial about something? But anything holding you back, that's all I'm saying. Anything holding you back, recognize it and release it. Okay. This is going to help you open your heart and be, have so much self-love as you move forward. Again, really emotional eclipse. All right. So the other thing is, I did talk about Mercury opposite Saturn just around this time. I would just encourage you not to, sign anything around this time of the eclipse. Like Mercury and Saturn are definitely not seeing eye to eye at this point. And looking at what's going on for you, it could have to do with a friendship or something with a friend or a group you belong to. Could have to do with family as well. Just trust your intuition on everything. Now, you see on Thursday, September 19th, the sun is going to trine Uranus. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing, especially if you're here for partnerships in any capacity, partnerships, relationships, commitments, one-on-one commitments. I mean, this is your 7th house, okay? So this is breakthrough energy. This is feeling free about something. Feels really good, all right? The sun trining Uranus. You could also receive unexpected news around this time. That's very auspicious. This is the sun trining. Trines are very auspicious. They're make things effortless for you. There's this flow to it, all right? And remember, Uranus and Taurus is your opposite sign. So your partnerships and relationships here. This is actually a really great grand trine with the sun in Virgo, Uranus and Taurus, and Pluto having moved back into Capricorn. Be open to communication with Pluto moving back into Capricorn in your 3rd house of communication. And you see that it's just this flow. Saturday, the 21st, sun trining Pluto, all right? So this great trine, this great Earth trine that's happening. Again, Pluto being in Capricorn, your 3rd house. So communication, even processing things, intellect, logic. There could be something new that you're thinking about, that you're curious about, that you want to do around this time. Someone could open doors for you. There's possibly like big authority figure at play here as well if you are here for work or in any capacity. I mean, this is kind of big. There's a lot of family energy with the 3rd house too, like siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors as well. Maybe even travel. Some of y'all may be traveling, but Pluto, remember, is your modern ruler. So this just may be really great for you. Okay. This may be great for you as part of your personal transformation too. Remember, Pluto is transformation. So really great energy. And Sunday, we also have Sun moving into Libra. We officially move into Libra season, the equinox. And as you saw, Venus is moving into your sign, Scorpio. We will talk all about that next week because it will have more of an impact and influence on that week. Okay. I just wanted to show you that we are moving into Libra season, approaching new moon, solar eclipse in Libra, which is going to be big. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Scorpio, for this week. All right. For this week, for September 16th to the 22nd, for Scorpio, Scorpio rising, and Scorpio moon. Okay. Scorpio. So I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Scorpio. Secondly, y'all are amazing. Again, thank you so much, Scorpios. Y'all are amazing. Really appreciate it. This, and again, I'll do that live stream and feel free to join, hop on board. I'll tell you everything that happened. It's just like so much happened. But let's get started. This is all about you. We want to see what's going on with Scorpios. All right, so okay, there you go. This is gonna be a week. Big week. Rising above, big time. You're obviously going to be good. Wow. Look at what's happening here. I mean, you got the Hierophant with Justice. All right. These 2 major arcanas, you got all these ones. All right. So ones are like your ambitions and your passions and a lot of creative energy, like I said, with this eclipse. And it's just, that creativity flows. And when I say creativity, remember, this eclipse is happening in your 5th house of creation, of procreation, of recreation, of creativity, of the word create. So keep that in mind, okay, as you move forward with this week. And then you have this challenge card with the Pentacles. We'll talk about that. You have the 9 of Wands. Listen, you're hanging in there. That's great. You're doing a great job. Very nice with the 9 of Wands, because this guy's not giving up. He's not giving up. He's saying, nope. Even if he's weathered some storms, is that it? Weathered some storms. He's gone through some stormy times. You can see the gauze on his head and whatnot. Like, he's gone through it, but he's saying, I'm not backing down. I'm hanging in there. he's standing in front of his wands, protecting his wands. Like this is great, okay? Because it's saying that you're not giving up. All right. So I love this energy now, and it something about self confidence here. There's something that's making you that could have like really hit like self confidence, self value, but you're again rising above. That's a huge theme that's coming through for you. Now you do have the Hierophant in the heart of your spread. That's really great. That's great. Okay, that's really good. Remember, I said Pluto moving back into Capricorn for 2 months, the last time in our lifetime. Structures, new systems that you're building for yourself. Hierophant is all about structures and systems and organizations and whatnot. So there could be something that you're really rising above in, and especially like in a spiritual way, spiritual awakening. There's this part of you that's just like, I get this, and now I'm tapping into my intuition. I'm really in touch with my higher self, with my higher mind as well. I love the fact that, you know, you got the Hierophant, and it could have to do with the way that you're perceiving a partnership or relationship as well, or how you are like your role in that partnership relationship. But this is the Hierophant. This is, you know, the connector between the divine and our physical world. So really nice, a lot of wisdom here. You see the two columns. They're great. Gray and Tarot's wisdom, but you know, we say they're from Solomon's temple. I don't know, you know, like the story of the wisdom of Solomon. Okay, so really great. I mean, you're moving into this week being very wise, being in touch with like everything. Okay, you're gonna be. This is a lot of spiritual energy. You do have the Seven of Pentacles in your challenge area, and the Seven of Pentacles in your challenge area is just saying like, okay, so I've invested in this relationship, job, career, so anything, whatever resonates with you. I've invested in it, and is this enough? Do I want more? Is this even the path I want to be on? So you may be having these questions this week. Finances could be a thing, finances and actual investments, things that you've literally invested in. Like stocks and stuff too, if that's a thing. So just keep that in mind. You may be questioning a lot of things. Just trust your intuition, this week in terms of what you've invested in, what resonates with you. Remember, Pentacles are your physical reality as well, and that's why I bring up like those other things. When you see what's happening here, you've got the Hierophant, which is Taurus. You got the Seven of Pentacles, a Taurus card. So again, Taurus rules your seventh house of partnerships and relationships, work, career, love, romance. It's whatever resonates with you. But you got the Eight of Wands. You're ready to just get out of that. You're ready to rock and roll. You're ready to just get going. And I love that energy for you. Really nice, because it is all part of your self-worth, self-value, what you value, having this huge sense of like, you know, this is how much I'm worth, and nothing's going to make that budge, right? Eight of Wands, really great, because that's just active, that's motion, that's, wands in their happy place, a lot of freeness there. So really, really, really nice, especially if you are here for career. Maybe a lot of you are thinking about that. I mean, we're talking about wands here. Remember, we have the Knight of Wands in the root of your spread as well. So you're ready, you're active, you're ready to go. I mean, these are two very swift moving cards. This is, the Eight of Wands in your crown. Again, it can be even like these creative ideas in terms of like, when I say creativity, it can even be solutions, but there's definitely some movement, and you're ready to move in a place where you're just going to, you're in a place where you're happy. Let's just keep it that way. Just like these ones. Now you have the Knight of Wands as well, as I mentioned. So very interesting. When you look at what's happening here, Knight of Wands, I mean, he's on a mission. He's ready to go. This is double fire. Knights are fire. Wands are fire. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do it. Let's move forward. So you're seeking a lot of passion this week, it looks like, or things that you're passionate about, really, getting closer and closer, even taking things off the ground and moving it forward for you. You did get all these Sagittarius cards. Very interesting, because you have Sagittarius rules your second house of self-worth and self-value, possessions, right? Things that you value, but also money, finances, salary, income. So a lot of work stuff here for a lot of y'all. There could be, remember, with
with the Seven of Pentacles in your challenge area. So there could be something that you're seeking that's different, or, for you, that's going to bring you a lot more pleasure and joy. Remember, this eclipse in Pisces is in your 5th house, and then of joy and pleasure. Now you have justice and love and relationships too. So we call these arrows of love, by the way, if you are here for love and romance. Whatever resonates with you, it can be both, okay? Love and career. But you have justice in your future, which is really great. Justice works in your favor. And so this is you having this awakening and being this, being in touch with your higher self, like I said earlier, that brings this justice, okay? Heavily related to karma, the justice card, all about karma here. Now, remember what I said about partnerships and relationships. Justice is Libra. Justice is attributed to Libra. That rules partnerships and relationships. So that may be a big theme for you moving into Libra season. Again, it can be career, it can be love, romance, but there you go. Now, if you're not here for any of that, this could be something, what's going on? Yeah, well, Mars and Cancer in 9th house. So maybe even like legal matters. There could be some sort of legal matters that you're seeking fairness in. But a lot of this is just think about your actions have consequences, right? But you're equally so inaction have consequences too. So take that action that you need to take to have all the, you see the 2 gray columns here as well. So everything that's making you wiser and just being more like in your zone, in your skin, being the amazing Scorpio that you are, taking that action, cutting anything that you don't need in your life, having that release. You even see the Judge is holding the sword straight to the sky. All right. You see the symmetry in this card, the sword of the sky, the scale on the other hand. There's like this perfect symmetry. And in fact, justice sits right in the middle of the major arcana card 11, right? So anyway, and it is, right in the middle of the zodiacs too. It's like, anyway, so there's that balance. All right. So cut what you need to have that balance in your life as we approach Libra season. As I said, even before I did your spread, let's get to your stuff. Scorpio, y'all, this is big. This is big. Okay. Just remember with the justice in your future, just take those, karmic actions, right? All right. So Scorpio, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. All of that helps the algorithm, and y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. All right. Let's see what's going on. Oh, wow. Okay. So okay. So you see why, this is okay. So you're absolutely good. Okay. You're going to be great. Make those karmically sound decisions, release what you don't need in your life. That is the biggest thing, because it seems like you have the power to do that anyway. The Ace of Pentacles here, really great. A lot of y'all are in a place where the new things are happening for you anyway. New things are happening for you. This eclipse, remember, something's culminating. New things are happening. Ace ushers in new change, new beginnings. Y'all are maybe feeling it. Now, remember, Pentacles are your physical reality. So something in your world, there could be something new happening in your world, or something that you're receiving or may have already received. And now you're just like, okay, now I'm on this new path. It could be happening this week as well. But a lot of y'all are possibly at a place where you're ready for the new. You're ready for the new. It can be career, it can be profession, even like finances. Like I mentioned earlier, there could be something there with finances, money, income. As you can see, this is the biggest pentacle in the deck. You have the Knight of Cups in your external factors area. Wow. When I talk about partnerships and relationships, well, now you've got the Knight of Cups. So there may be someone on your mind this week, or, everything that's happening for you this week may be influenced by a relationship or partnership. The other thing is that, the Knight of Cups is that knight in shining armor. But again, there could be some sort of creative role here, because Knight of Cups is Pisces. All right. Remember, that's your 5th house. What did I say earlier? Creation, procreation, recreation, any of that. Knight of Cups, he's got the wings of imagination on his helmet and his shoes. Okay. He is a dreamer. Speaking of dreams, like that I said with Pisces, right? This is someone who's got this crazy imagination that's so amazing, really into the arts, but you see him extending his cup. He wants to share his cup with someone. All right. And so there's that. However, if you're not here for that, whether it's work, whether it's love, romance, he just wants to be emotionally fulfilled. All right. And again, a lot of creative energy here. There really could be someone that is part of your journey here. All right. Someone that is part of your journey. It could be in a creative capacity, but also with love, romance. It seems like a big theme that is playing out for you, like partnerships and relationships. It's really nice. And if you're seeking love, there looks like it could be in a really good place. I love the fact that the devil came up. All right. The devil came up in a place in your spread where it's just, you're just like, you're ready. You're ready for that release. You're ready to let go of anything that is holding you back, like sponging all your energy. Okay. Everything that you're just like, oh, like, okay, I just want this to end. I'm moving forward in the best way possible. Being in touch with my higher self, okay, vibrating at this high frequency, being true to myself. So anything that you've got to, all right. So a lot of it could be, you see the two people from the Lovers card chained to the devil here. So could be some, maybe like, well, the devil represents codependency, addictions, bad behaviors, obsessions, things like that, right? Even like vices and whatnot. So again, just whatever it is, recognizing it. The chains are loose. They can break free anytime. You've got to recognize, though. That's the thing. You have to recognize what is holding you back. This eclipse is all about release, all right? So have that moment. I mean, you've got, like you're good. You got the Page of Swords too. And your final outcome. So there you go. Page of Swords. A new way of seeing things. There could be message coming through for you in a big way. All right. Pages are messengers. Remember, that may happen with the sun trine Uranus. And if you are here for partnerships and relationships, remember Uranus is in Taurus when the sun's going to trine it. That is your partnerships and relationships. But there could even be just this sense of freedom. Like, I see things in a different way. I'm moving free in this. I've got these new ideas. I'm ready to move forward. I have this enthusiasm about it. Page of Swords is very spongy too, like learning new things, like I said earlier, maybe even going back to things where you are learning from things that could have happened in the past, especially with Pluto moving back into Capricorn, right? Your third house of logic, thinking, processing, like communication, all of that. He is a huge messenger here because it is swords that we're talking about. But you're good. I mean, you're good. You're absolutely good. There's something new that you're moving into. Justice will be served. You have all this. You've got this power. You've got this spiritual power. A lot of self-belief here. I mean, I really do love this spread for you. This is possibly this is great. This is absolutely amazing. Okay. So, I would definitely, I think the eclipse and even this week, with the Hierophant, with Justice, with like everything that's happening here, I do see that you possibly will pursue something new or think in a new way or have this new perspective because you're going to have that power too. All right. So Scorpio, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe. And again, message could be coming, like strongly come through. And surprise, like it's going to be nice. What was I saying? Yeah. If you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. We'll see you next week. Next week, by the way, we are going to talk about, we are moving into Libra season. Currently Venus is in Libra right now, but we'll move into Libra season. A lot of other things happening. Venus is moving into your sign. That is going to be big. That's going to be huge. We'll talk about that next week. All right. Thanks so much, Scorpio. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.